Greetings! Welcome to Sunday Morning Announcements with, me again, the Kathy Gray avatar. If you're with us on Facebook or YouTube, please subscribe to get notifications when we have new videos. If you're with us on Zoom, say hi in the chat. We'd love to say hello back. And if you're with us in person, hello everybody here. And if this is your first visit, please sign the guest book either in the lobby or online at oakcliffuu.org/guest. Have you seen our UUCOC board members hanging out in the pass-through to the sanctuary on Sunday mornings at 9:30 before our services? They're taking turns every week answering questions and talking with our members and visitors about our church. We hope you can take advantage of this opportunity either in person or online via Zoom. Today's service is Building a New Way, the State of Our Church, and the Way Forward with our congregation president, Renée Brill, and some questions. Where are we? Where do we want to go? How do we get there? We hope you can stick around after the service today for Talkback, where we gather in a circle and discuss the service and related topics. For those online, see the Zoom chat at the end of the service for the meeting information. Adult Religious Exploration with Sarah Ricci is back today and continues with UU Who's Who, a look at UU history makers. This week features Abigail Adams. Join in person at 11:15 in the Hope Library or on Zoom. Since this is the first Sunday of the month, there will be a worship ministry meeting at 12:30 in Charity North and on Zoom. Anyone who's willing to help us plan worship services or wants to see what goes into planning them is encouraged to attend. Coming up this week, our Widening the Circle of Concern work group continues to meet on Monday at 7 p.m. Please join us by attending the weekly meeting and or submitting your comments and suggestions via email at wcoc@oakcliffuu.org. The Social Justice Reading Group meets this Thursday online, continuing with the book Black Pioneers in a White Denomination by Mark D. Morrison Reed. We have a special event coming up this Tuesday, March 5th. Our First Tuesday Social Justice Film Festival will present what's described as gorgeous, provocative, and insightful film. Black Art in the Absence of Light. This film showcases the work of some of the foremost African American visual artists, including Theaster Cates, Carrie James Marshall, Faith Ringgold, Amy Sherald, Carrie Mae Weems, and many others. The First Tuesday Film Festival is co-sponsored by the Dallas Peace and Justice Center. Special thanks to benefactors Carol Dingley and Olinka Green for helping support this screening. Okay, here's some important news for church members. The UUCOC 2024 Pledge Drive is coming. This is the time when members plan their yearly contributions to the church. However, some of us might react less than positively to this. We might find talking about money stressful, or depressing, or embarrassing, and we really don't want to do it at all. However, don't panic. The Pledge Drive starts with the conversation. It identifies our members' commitment to our church and helps us budget for our continuing operation and programming. Actually, I think we can do this. Members of our board will be reaching out to everyone soon. Watch for details in the weekly eBlast newsletter and on the church website. Yep, we're always saying it's all in the eBlast. Not receiving the eBlast? Just sign up at oakcliffuu.org/enews. It's that easy. Have you signed up but aren't getting the eBlast? AVIT guy Scott says, don't forget to check your spam folder and to make sure that news@oakcliffuu.org is in your contacts. And if you have any questions, ask Scott. Just email webmaster@oakcliffuu.org. Okay, we have a member anniversary to recognize today. Nancy Harms joined UUCOC on March 1st, 2020. And we have a member birthday to celebrate. Happy birthday, Johnny Chapman. That's it for now. Take care, everyone, and hope to see you all next week.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff. Let us begin our sacred work with these words from Francis Cozier, a Canadian UU young adult living with a disability and advocating for social justice. We light this chalice today as a people dedicated to personal growth. May it burn away the oppressions we have been taught and glow instead with the humility of learning. May it ignite our dreams for a better world and kindle our joy for simple living. May its warmth extend out into the forgotten alleys of exclusion and bring us home to love, to welcoming, and to all the challenges, the questions, and the blessings of this beautiful path to becoming a beloved community. If I may say so, I think this church is living out this poem, this saying, more than ever. And I am inviting you to join in on that. Thank you so much.
Our opening words today are a poem from the Reverend Sean Parker Dennison, a co-founder of TRUST, the Transgender Religious Professional Unitarian Universalists Together. And the poem is titled A Letter from Our Better Angels. Dear one, we have received your letter, and we hate to tell you. Not hate so much, but are a bit afraid to say. We cannot grant your requests as stated, but can only remind you of familiar things. First, faith. Faith in yourself and trust in others. We know it can be terrifying to be vulnerable, but only when you share your softest side will we be able to break through. Next, hope. Hope is not an empty fairy tale. It is the true story of all the times human beings like you have found a way to create the future, though you didn't know how. And of course, love. Love that demands you cherish all people, not just yourself and safety. Love that is not satisfied until every argument ends abruptly when one child says, "That hurts." There is so much to learn and relearn. The world teaches you to be hard, to negotiate and defend, to avoid giving too much and to the wrong people. There are no wrong people. You are also not wrong. And when you encounter the poor, the broken, the unhoused and unwelcome, you are looking, if you pay attention, at us, calling to you, calling you to answer your own prayers. If you want to change the world, first, be sure you are changing yourself. Be tender, be kind, be at peace. Be all the things you wish for. Be your own better self. It isn't without cost, but it will be free.
for me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul.
In our community, we take time each week to share what's in our hearts and on our minds. If your heart is heavy today, know that you don't have to carry that heartache alone. Together, we can offer comfort. Please share your joys publicly by posting them in the Zoom chat, or send them to our Facebook Messenger, or speak them aloud.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
We also share our joys with one another, knowing that joy calls unto joy, amplified. Together, our voices can rise in a chorus of celebration. Please share your joys publicly by posting them to the Zoom chat, or send them to our Facebook Messenger, or speak them aloud. Good morning. Here at the UU Church of Oak Cliff, we seek to build a community where what you believe is less important than how your beliefs guide and inform your participation in the world. Yes, we say this every week. Ours is a community that strives to value the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. To our returning visitors, we're so happy you've joined us again. We know your time is precious, and we're honored to have you here today. We'd also like to extend a warm welcome to any who are joining us for the first time, possibly online. We recognize the bravery that it takes to come into a new place, and we're glad you're here. Ours is a covenantal church. Latin for come together, covenant means a solemn agreement or promise from the heart regarding a course of action between parties. The practice of promising to walk together is the core of our faith. Simply put, it's a guide for the behavior we expect from ourselves and each other. We are bound together by the promises we make to one another, and we recite our covenant during every worship service. Please rise in body or spirit for our covenant. Because we love one another, we honor each individual's spiritual journey. We celebrate life's abundance in service to each other, our community, and the world. We connect with each other in love, respect, and acceptance. Thus, we do covenant together.
Porque nos amamos uno al otro, honoramos el viaje espiritual de cada individuo. Celebramos la abundancia de la vida en el servicio a entre sí, nuestra comunidad y el mundo. Ponemos en contacto a unos con otros en el amor, respeto y aceptación. Así que hacemos pacto.
Good morning. This morning, I would like to start with some quiet time to pray and reflect on the hopes that we have for this, our sacred community. We will start with some space for silence and prayer, and I will close with community prayer. So please take a moment to get comfortable in your body and in your space. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. And set your intention to pray and to reflect upon your hopes and your dreams, big and small, for this, our congregation, and for its mission in your life and in the life of Oak Cliff. Spirit of life, of love, and of love in action, which we call justice. Call us to our best self. Help us to speak our truth kindly and firmly. Help us to listen deeply to one another. Help us to carry hope, and grant us the courage, energy, and companionship that we need as we do this holy work to bring beloved community to life in this place. May it be so. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to a new day. This morning, we are going to get started on some seriously exciting work for the future of our congregation. It is spring, or about to be. And the time for planting seeds of hope and big changes is now. And just like the days of yore, when everyone in the village was needed in the fields to plow, to sow seeds, to tend to the animals, to gather those first leafy greens of the spring, the work that we are about to embark upon will take all of us. We are going to start with a pledge drive. And I want your help, not just by making your individual pledge, but I want you to participate in the work of the pledge drive. And we are going to start with a pledge drive for funds, of course, because our financial circumstances are urgent. We have been operating at a deficit. Our rental income is down significantly, and we have lost some of our large pledging members. We must raise funds in order to retain our staff. And I think we know how precious and valuable and important to the mission of our church the work of our staff is. I would say they are mission critical. But I would also like to ask you to pledge more than your time and talent and treasure. I want you to pledge your hope. I want you to pledge your imagination, your creativity. I want you to pledge your faith in our community, your faith in the values that call us together. I want you to pledge to grow in your spiritual life and your spiritual journey. And I want you to pledge to talk to your friends and your families about the good work that we are trying to do here. Talk about the changes it's brought about in you and in your life. And I want you to pledge yourself to answer the call to build beloved community here and now and in this place. The work that we have been doing over the last year has been hard. It has been exhausting physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It is not easy to face the mistakes that we have been making for so long and to take responsibility for making them right. We have been doing the heavy lifting of getting serious about living out our values. Serious about the action of our values. And the word of the work that we're doing here is starting to get out, just by word of mouth, because we aren't really doing any significant outreach yet. So just by word of mouth already, we are having new visitors and repeat visitors who tell us that this is the work that they are here for. We know that churches grow when they grow in service to their mission, in service to their values. People come and say, stay, when they know that we are really about the business of trying to be who we say we are. Our community and our world is hungry for a place like we long to be. a place where your diversity is celebrated, honored, and valued, not as mere adornment or as a token accessory, but seen as necessary and fundamental, vital to the work of building beloved community, where each of us has all we need to grow into the full beauty of our humanness. That diversity of people, of thought, of backgrounds, of culture is vital and necessary for us to have the wisdom we need, the talent we need, the knowledge, the experience, and the hope that we need to build the place that we are longing for. Our community and our world are hungry for a place where justice and love are more than words, but are actions that we practice with one another and with our community, where we are expected to make mistakes as all humans do, and where we honor both the courage and the humility it takes to acknowledge those mistakes and to learn from them. The world and our community is hungry to be a part of a place that sings and does build a new way. As we grow in service and grow in love and grow in serving the mission of our faith, more and more people will continue to find us as they already are. And we will reach out and find them and call them to the home that they have been looking for, call them back into hope, call them into a circle of love and justice making. And for this dream, for this call of hope, this prayer of love, this vision of a just world, I would like to ask you to consider 3 specific pledges: your treasure, your time, and your spirit. As you prepare to pledge your treasure, please give not until it hurts, but until it feels good, until it feels like an investment. Not that you are burying your treasure in the ground for some later rainy day, but that you are putting it into life in service of your values, making it holy by the work that you put it to, as well as by the work that you have done to earn it. As you prepare to pledge your time, I would like you to consider how much time you have to give in service of this church and its mission each week. This request is based on the experience we have in widening the circle of concern, in trying to do hard things with limited resources and time. We have found that the weekly commitment of what is possible can take us a long way. So this is vital information that we need in order to plan and prepare for the changes we need. The changes we need to grow as a congregation, while also avoiding the burnout that we have experienced time and time again. And as you prepare to pledge your spirit, I want you to consider what you need to grow in your own spiritual practice. What do you need to grow in your faith, in your hope, in your creativity, your courage? What do you need to be present? What do you need to be your best self? And how can you promise that to yourself? I want you to ask yourself these questions. And as we have a pledge drive, I want you to ask these questions of one another. I want you to ask these questions of your friends, of your family, of those who you think are looking for that place of hope and promise. And I want to ask these questions not only of us, but of those who have gone before us. To reach out to those who have left us, not just this year or last year, but the year before that and the year before that. To spread the good news that we are building a new way, and give the invitation to be a part of building that new way. And as we do this work, to dream of the place that we can be. Because we have work to do. Spring is here and coming. Growing is coming. Hope is on its way. In the words of Reverend Tyler Combs, I believe that we will know liberation in this generation when we realize how truly strong we are. Come and go with me. Come and go with me to the work of building a new way. Amen. Ashe, and blessed be.
We are building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, feeling stronger every day. We are building a new way. We are working to be free. We are working to be free. We are working to be free. Hate and greed and jealousy. We are working to be free. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Without these, this world will die. Peace and freedom is our cry.
as most of you know, but it bears repeating. In the spring of 2021, UUCOC added a second covenant to our weekly worship service. Our Widening the Circle of Concern work takes its name from an in-depth study done at the Unitarian Universalist Association that was published in 2020, and with which we have been actively engaged ever since. The words of this covenant are in your order of service and will also appear on the screen behind me. We, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff, commit ourselves to the study and dismantling of racism and oppression within our congregation. We commit our congregation and ourselves to the work of anti-racism and anti-oppression. We commit ourselves to listening, to learning, and to action. When we fail, we commit ourselves to trying again and again. We covenant to begin this work and to continue until all of us can truly say that we are a beloved community of justice, equity, and compassion. For our widening moment today, I share a prayer by Reverend William Sinkford, a lifelong UU who served as the 7th president of the Unitarian Universalist Association from 2001 to 2009. Reverend Sinkford's installation as UUA president made him the first African American to lead that organization or any traditionally white religious denomination in the U.S. In the prayer of Reverend Sinkford, which I share. Spirit of life and love, dear God of all nations, there is so much work to do. We have only begun to imagine justice and mercy. Help us hold fast to our vision of what can be. May we see the hope in our history and find the courage and the voice to work for that constant rebirth of freedom and justice. That is our dream. Amen.
This text is adapted from works by Elizabeth Murphy, 2022, and Erica Hewitt, 2017. The gifts you make to our weekly offering or through your annual pledge represent far more than lines on a spreadsheet. Your contributions are a tangible commitment to the mission and vision of this congregation. The offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. Members, if you're contributing cash towards your pledge, please use the envelope provided in the basket. Write your name on it. To text your donation, see the number on your order of service, or for more options, see oakcliffuu.org/donate.
Ti Before we extinguish our chalice, we close with these words of poetry from the Reverend Julian Jamaica Soto, a Unitarian Universalist minister and activist who lives in the Pacific Northwest and seeks to serve the mission and values of Unitarian Universalism, along with the healing of the world. Before I start this poem, I want to say that Reverend Soto speaks to the difference between freedom and liberation, which we often think are the very same thing. But listen to what he has to say. To the people who have mistaken freedom for liberation. To be free, you must embrace the breath of your own existence without apology, even if they try to take it from you. You must know not that you can do whatever you want. You are not a kudzu vine eating entire hillsides for the purpose of feeding your own lush life. You must know instead that inside you are entire universities, milky blue, magenta, and gold, expanding within you. But to actually be free, you must know and you must fight for the entire universes inside of everyone else. Being free is not a license, it's a promise.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Extinguimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevaremos en el corazón hasta que estemos juntos otra vez.